fam, how are you doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for the love, and please remember to subscribe before you leave. If it's your second time or your third time, you're always a member of this family. Kisses to you. So it's been a minute since I did story time, and first of all I want to let you know that anytime you see this background, always know that it's story time. And story time is where I get to share something personal, something about my past, something about my future, something about, as in something to do with my love life, something to do with my history as a person, you know. Of course, this channel is about me and the things that I've experienced, but on Storytime is where I get to share with you the deeper things, and that's why we're actually in this room. You guys have seen the title, but even before I get into this story, I want to say thank you to you all, you who's watching me right now. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for always watching my videos. Thank you so much for giving me the watch hours. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. Thank you so much. Because of you, I got monetized, and now I have this partnership thing with YouTube, and I love that so much. So it means anytime you get to watch my videos, I get to make some ka-ching-ching, which is a good thing. I mean, like, who doesn't like money? On today's topic, I'm going to talk about how I dated myself for almost 1 year and how many months? I think 1 year and a half. Yeah, it was so long. And can you imagine, I was dating myself and I was in a relationship. Yeah, I was supposed to be in a relationship. So yeah, so that's what we're here to talk about. I'm gonna take you from how it started to how it ended, but this is how it started. Let me sip some coffee, because I think you guys might also need some coffee. So yeah. So first of all, don't get it twisted, I'm a tea person. I still love tea. I'm loyal to tea. Back in the days, I used to be in a dance group, and if you've been watching this channel for a while, I think now you know. And it's something I've mentioned in one of the stories that I did, which is about my 10-year transformation. So if you didn't watch that, you can click on that and then watch it. It's also another story that I did, and I explained my entire 10-year transformation using pictures. So back then, I used to be in a dance group, and we were lucky to be selected to participate in a national television dance competition called Sakata. For those who are in Kenya, of course, I'm sure you know what Sakata means. And yes, so we're participating in Sakata, and this is where I met this person. We had gone for auditions. Of course, now we started going for this competition. So we were like 136 people. So with time, you get to drop, like people were being, kicked out, and then we kept on being less and less. And then of course you get to meet these people all the time, so you get to create relationships. So there's one person that I kind of got close to, and we started, of course, having those late night calls, blah blah blah, you know the way it goes when you're in love. And I thought they were in love. I don't know if they were or they were not, but my entire crew knew about this person. The entire, like, his friends knew about me as well. Like, we met, like we were good friends. That's what I can see. And then one thing led to the other, so we started having exclusive conversations. You get, when I say exclusive, it means someone is just hitting something. Oh god, no, please stop. So we started having those exclusive conversations. Like, whenever we went for those festivals, we could like get to hang out, like sit somewhere alone, get to talk. Then we started getting physical. Then one thing led to the other. And that particular time, good people, I'm telling you, I was so born again. Yes, this woman here, I was so born again. It was all about Christ. And there's this thing of sex before marriage. So there was all that drama, you know. And before I got saved, which is not why I'm even telling you this story, but yeah, now that it's here, I can just tell you. So before I got saved, I was living that life of the kawaida person. Like, you could, when you're dating someone, you definitely get to have sex with them and do all that stuff. So when I got to church, sorry, it was different. Like, you're not supposed to have sex before marriage. So this chick had to learn how to, first of all, drop my so-called worldly boyfriend and start dating a Christian guy. And this guy was so Christian, and he taught me how to read my Bible. He taught me how to get closer to God. We could pray together, but there's only one thing which was so hard to stop doing. And of course, guys, you know the answer. So when you're in a room and you guys are attracted to each other, you find yourself doing all these things. So we got there and we were having a relationship. So it was you know, we were having that relationship, and it was all about us. And can you imagine, we used to even pray after getting to do whatever we were doing. Like, we could pray after and just ask God to forgive us. I'm sure there are many young Christians who are struggling with such kind of things, and I struggled with them then. And guys, just looking back, I'm like, that was stupid. It's like you're putting God, you're getting yourself in temptation, and then you're there after doing everything, you're like, oh God, forgive us, blah 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 blah, you know. So this is that relationship. Yes. So let me talk now about her, since I've given you, now you picture the kind of guy I was having this thing with. Yes. So you've been dating the normal kawaida guy, and then now you go out there and start dating this other Christian guy. Your expectation is high, because you know that they're supposed to do mistakes, but not such kind of mistakes that the worldly guys are doing. And these things happened. They did happen. So I think he was staying with the brother, so I went to their place. I met the brother, the kid, blah blah blah. It was pretty obvious that we're having a relationship, and even all my friends knew me and him were in a relationship. The friends also knew that, and even the best friend knew. And this guy was never within my town, so he was away. So most of the time I could go and visit, and anytime I went to visit, this guy would introduce me to his friend as meet my girlfriend, blah blah blah. So you know, but this relationship, coming to think of it, it wasn't defined at all. So as in, we were having a thing which was not defined. So him, by the time he was introducing me to the friends that meet my girlfriend, that's when I was like, oh okay. And then I think us guys are cool, like us guys are in a relationship, because we are doing every single thing that people in relationship were doing. But the only sad truth is, looking back, this guy never took me out for coffee, took me out on dinner. We never did these things that people in relationship used to do outside. We were always doing them inside, you get. So it was just something that by then I think I was blinded, because I was madly in love, maybe one. And guys, you can see the weather is changing, so the temperature is going different, but we can still just continue, do it quickly. During that time when I was participating in this dance competition is the same time I was also doing my final papers in school. So I remember the last paper that I had, that's when I lost my dad. In that particular day I was going for this competition, we were going to shoot. And the first person, that time I was seeing this guy, so of course I had that someone to talk to, I had that someone to, you know, like just to comfort me when I lost my dad. And it was all smooth. When I went for that competition, everything went well, and then we traveled to bury my dad, and I was always on phone with this guy. He was there for me all this time, so I knew my boyfriend is there for me. And when we came back, I think I went to his school where he was. It was like, I think 3 hours away from Nairobi. So we went there. It was fun, like everything, you know, everything just went well. I got introduced to the friends, other friends again, and even the best friend that he kept on talking about. And us guys were in a relationship. I think, like, that is what I think, or rather I thought we were in a relationship. Then that was like now almost 1 year going down. Like we kept on having this thing going on, and I was crazy about him, he was crazy about me, I thought. And yeah, so sad truth is, the best friend was also kind of interested in me, and the best friend started paying attention to me. And when the best friend started paying much attention to me, because this guy was not in the within the town, within Nairobi, that's when it started hitting me that, okay, if the best friend is trying to pay much attention to me like this, then it seems this guy had not made it clear to the best friend that us guys are having a thing. So I just had to cut, you know, everything with the best friend. The best friend, when I say best friend, is the best friend to this guy, because the best friend from Nairobi was around, but he wasn't around. So most of the time I could hang out, because we used to hang out together. So me and the best friend were also cool. So I did cut the relationship with the best friend, so that I can focus on him. 1 year and some months passed, and then I'd also cleared my school and had started working. So I was getting money. And can you imagine this chick here? All the money that I used to get, not all, but part of it I could send to this guy. And I was sending because he was always broke, or rather not really always, but he was broke, you know, like I can't remember him spending even 100 shillings, that's like $1 on me. I can't remember that at all, but there was love. Like, I thought I loved this guy so badly that I was blinded. I wasn't seeing all these things. And I know they say that we should not look at the material things, and that was the point where I was with him. Like, it was not about money, it was about legit love, and I could go to work, make money, and even send to him. I think that was stupidity, but yes, because at the end of the day, a man is the head of the house and a man is supposed to provide. When you find a lady providing, most of the time you'll find that this man might cheat and go look for somewhere where he can feel superior, you know, because at the end of the day, life is just like that. So anyway, when I started working, I worked in my first job. Then one day I resigned. Of course, I was telling him that I resigned, and then I resigned like on a Friday, went for an interview on Monday, started working in a new job on Wednesday. So somehow, I don't know, maybe luck is my middle name, but I used to resign without a job and go look for a job, interview, get the job, continue with life. So that's how it was. So when I got this new job, before even getting that job, like, of course, the first person you want to share with these things is your boyfriend. Like, the most important person to me then was him. So I wanted to share every single thing with him. And I tried calling him that night before I started this job, this new job. That was now my second job, this new job. And he was not answering. That's when it started hitting me. I think this guy is cheating. And I remember when I was dating him, I was the current me. So, you know, I had this modeling figure, you know, that old figure, looking pretty, celebrity kind of thing going on. So, yes, just listen to this. So, I called him so many times. He wasn't answering. I called during our time of when we used to have our conversations at night. The line was busy. Now I started feeling like, okay, I think there's someone else. I just think and feel there's someone else, because that behavior, I felt it for over a week. It's just that I wasn't paying much attention to it. But the closer I was getting to my new job, it was just being too much. Like, it was just getting too much. You get, like, I could call, there was no answer, there was no calling back, and he was always busy on phone. And then I was like, okay, wow, I think you can't be talking to a man like that. The kind of guy that he is, and I know him so well, he can't be talking to another man like that for so long. So I just knew it's another chick. So, of course, women, when your instincts are very, very right, and when you feel like that, most of the time, it's usually like that. So I went to work the next day, and it was my new job. So I go to the office. So I am sorry, my camera went off, so I have to it's like a commercial break, and the fact that the sun is on and off, so it means the lighting here is not all good. Like, the lighting for the last video wasn't good because it was a bit dark. Now this one has, at least it's a bit lighter. So this is what happened. So when I got to the office, like, I got a new job, so I went to the office. Remember, guys, the previous night I was on phone with this guy and he wasn't answering at all. And that day when I went to work, I even left my phones at home because it was my first day at work. I decided to leave my phones at home because I didn't want to carry negative energy to my new workplace. I didn't want to think about him. Of course, I was lying to myself because I was thinking about him, but I left all my phones at home. I think by then I used to have 3 phones, 3 cheap phones, yes. So, so when I go to work, it's a new workplace. So it's not like I knew anyone or I had friends, nothing like that. It's a new place. There was no one to talk to. After they gave me my machine, my laptop, remember, guys, I left my phones at home, so there was nothing I could do. So once they gave me my machine, they showed me where I was going to work. They signed me in. I got some email address created, and after the person was showing me left, guess what this chick did? I went directly to Facebook, and when I got to Facebook, the first thing that I saw on the news feed was a picture that was uploaded by this guy who was my boyfriend. And guess what this guy wrote on that picture? Imagine, I still remember the words. Finally, there was a picture of a lady posted by him, and it was written, finally I got the one I was looking for. Finally I found the one. Not even I got. Finally I found the one I've been looking for. Thank you, God, for bringing her my way. I am blah 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 and blah 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 and blah blah blah. Can you imagine? Yet me and him we were supposed to be in a relationship. Our friends knew we were in a relationship. I knew we were in a relationship. I don't know what he was thinking. I have no idea. But after that, after seeing that, I was crushed. I got so emotional, and calls started coming in. My friends were calling me, asking me, what just happened? Were you not dating so and so? I thought you guys were in a relationship. The calls were the ones that were making me now start getting too emotional. I'm like, this guy don't even respect me. This guy blah blah blah. This guy this guy that. So the whole entire day, guys, I spent just trying to look back and think if us guys were in a relationship or not. And to my surprise, This guy had never even taken me out on a date. He did not take me out on a date, like in terms of taking me out for coffee and asking me out. This relationship wasn't defined. The way I was assuming that because he was introducing me to his friend as his girlfriend, it was just one of those things. Maybe I was just a girlfriend, like boy, like you have a friend, so it's a friend that is a girl, so you happen to call them girlfriend, you know. So maybe it was those kind of things, but I just don't understand, because we used to do every single thing that people in a relationship were doing. And sometimes as women, even men, you find yourself in such situation whereby you think you're in a relationship and you're not. I'm telling you guys, since that relationship, any other relationship that came my way, you had to define it. Like, define what we want to have. If you don't define it, we are not going to do anything, like nothing at all. We are I'm not taking it. You have to say what you want. If you want me to be your girlfriend, say it. Say, Christine, I want you to be my girlfriend. Ask me out nicely. And why am I mad? So anyway, we need to continue, because I'm going to give you details on how I got over it. So after work, of course, I went home. I was so emotional. I cried in my house, and just thinking of the good memories, thinking of all these good things. I thought that man was just good for me, and just looking back, I'm like, I've met better people and I've been treated like a queen. So I'm like, why was I even crying then? But anyway, then it was a big deal. So I went home, I started crying. I cried. I didn't even call. My friends were there with me, and I remember going to church on Sundays, Saturdays, because I was a dancer. And I even did a song called God Please Make Me Invisible, and I did my second solo dance. The first solo dance I did when I was participating for Mr. and Miss Nibs. That was the second solo dance which I did, and I did in church. And guess what, good people, I think 3 people got born again after that performance. And I thank God, yeah, like, but I did that dance, and this guy was present. He was there, and somehow I think he knew that that song was for him, because I was telling God to make me invisible in this way. Like, if it's my eyes, my face, my legs, my smile that is going to make these guys see me and then come and leave me like this, like break my heart like this, then please God, make me invisible. Let them not see me, but just, I don't know, maybe see you, God. Like I was so done. I cried. And I remember in our church we used to have ladies something, I don't know, ladies meeting, and during those ladies meeting we could go, and guys were just sharing their heartbreaks, issues, like people have been heartbroken, people were bitter, crying. Yes, that was my first heartbreak. I don't know if I broke my heart because I decided to date me by being in this relationship. I don't know, maybe I broke my heart. And I think after that I just said, I'm not going. I will not find myself in such situation. And I think, yeah, that was that. But later on he came and he was telling me that, oh, he's sorry, maybe if there's anything he can do to make things right, blah 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 blah. He said so many things. I was like, you know what, I just don't know, like I'm done, like I didn't want to hear him at all, like just go. So anyway guys, that's the story with this guy, and it was just one of those stories, like I just needed to share with you how I dated myself. Yes, after it ended I was like, you know what, Christine, you're going to take time to know yourself. You're going to take time to spend time with yourself and love yourself well, until when you get to meet someone else, they'll be able to know how to love you. So I spent so much time alone. I think I was single for like 4 years or 5 years. Then I met someone who loved me the way I was supposed to be loved, and it felt different, and it felt like it was worth the wait. Like I wasn't put in those situations where I have to question, are we in a relationship or not? Because from the word go, it was like, Christine, would you be my girlfriend? And this is the reason why I want you to be mine. And this, and this, and we're in this thing to, to build each other, to make each other better. So I met someone who made me feel like a queen after those 4 years. It was worth the wait. So my advice to you is watching this, and whether you're a man or a woman, just take time and love yourself so much. Spend time with yourself and love yourself, and know how you want to be treated, and then the other people will see how you're treating yourself because you love yourself, and they'll know how to treat you. But if you keep running from Tom, Dick and Harry, or maybe Jerry I'm trying to look for the female names Because Tom, Dick and Harry, it's easy to say. Maybe you keep running from Christine, Angie and Jackie. You're thinking that you will find the one before you love yourself well. I would advise you to take time and love yourself. Then they will know how to love you. So that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. And my coffee still here. I'm still sipping it. And the lighting, I think it's okay. So we can just end this video here. And the camera is behaving as well. And to you who's watching me and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because I've just noticed that many people watch me and they're not my subscribers at all. Like I think 67% of the people who watch me are not subscribers. They're just random people from outside. So please kindly join this amazing family. You will enjoy every single bit of it. Nowadays I'm like an artist. I'm just rhyming like blah, blah, blah. I can't remember what I said, but you know what, good people, thank you so much for watching. Please, if you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe. And until next story time, kisses to you.